Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today, we're going to be discussing the Mute Protocol Siege event that's everyone's been talking about recently. We're going to be getting our thoughts and opinions on it, what we like and don't like about it, and how the purchase of packs or microtransactions affect Siege. I'm Ryan.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Offer.
So, the new event, Mute Protocol, takes place on Tower, except it's retextured to give it a futuristic vibe to it. Uh, Now, the biggest catch to this game mode, however, is that attackers can use their drone. Well, one, attackers have 99 drones, basically an infinite amount, and they can use their drones. Whenever you use your drone, your character will disappear, and then you can reappear wherever your drone is positioned, effectively making it to where you can flank wherever your drone is by hiding in certain spots. And defenders, on the other hand, can do the same type of thing with bulletproof cams. They can set every defender has a bulletproof cam in this objective, and then they can teleport to anyone after cycling through.
All right, one of the things you said, Ryan, is that the map is tower but retextured. That's one thing I really like that they did. They changed it up a lot, as well as one of the touches I really liked is that they changed the barricades on it to have a different feel. Gave you different vibe than you normally expect. It also had a really cool animation when you hit it, so it was just something extra. It shows that they actually went out of their way to make it and had more detail in it, so that's
That's
always nice to
surprising
see.
amount of
Yeah,
detail. I mean, for the game, a really large
Mm.
amount of detail.
yeah, and the same with the walls.
Mm.
Yeah.
One thing Ryan forgot to say though was that this game mode is only in the game for 2 weeks, which is unfortunate because it definitely is one of the better game modes. And I definitely wish they had more game modes like this, or if they had a cycle that would go through each of the game modes, it would be much better. But at the same time, I know if they were to change to have a new game mode every 2 weeks, isn't it that if you make an update on a game on Xbox or PS4, you have to get Microsoft or Sony to approve it beforehand? So it's just gonna
Certification process,
Yeah,
something
so it's
like
just
that.
gonna take time, unless they had them already in the game, all the game was preloaded. But I think that would just take up a lot of space, so maybe that's why they don't do it. You know what I mean? If they already have them all, instead of doing updates every
Possibly.
2 weeks. But I would want to see some way that we have more game modes consistent like this, and that
It
are
might
in
just be
detail
for
as
the
this.
sake of exclusivity or exclusive. You know what I'm trying to say? What? How do you say it?
Exclusivity?
Exclus
Exclus.
exclusivity.
Yes, yes, you got it.
Yeah, it might just be for the sake of that, along with the fact that you can purchase packs and it being limited time, making people want to spend more of their money to get the packs as fast as possible,
Yeah, but
which is part of the scheme.
how rare the packs are though? If you really want them, if that game mode comes back next month, then you're just thinking like, oh, this is my opportunity to get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives someone a second chance. So I don't think that's a bad idea. I just don't know how they would pull it off with the constant updates. Um, Another thing Ryan was talking about was the teleporting, which I thought was really interesting. How they took a concept to Siege and created a whole new different thing. It was just very similar. It's kind of why I personally like the Grand Larceny one compared to other special events that people like the Wild West, because that was really just retextured. It didn't change any mechanics. But the Grand Larceny one, just like this one, took a mechanic of Siege and changed it. This one had the new teleporting aspect into it. So it added a whole new way and a whole new thing you had to learn and adapt to. And even though
Well,
it's,
small little thing though. Sorry. Uh, as far as like special events, like, do you know most of the special events that Siege has had?
yeah, I know a decent
Like
amount.
on a
More of the
lo-
popular ones.
like on a large scale, like this one though. Like the only other one I can think of was
Oh,
either Grand Larceny or the Outbreak
I mean,
that went
they've
out of their
done
way to.
bigger ones, but I don't. I think this to me, a lot of people think is their favorite, and I think it's probably the best too, just because of gameplay wise
Well,
and the visual wise too.
yeah.
The golden gun one didn't really add much. I believe.
Also, what I like about these ones that actually change a mechanic because it's a whole new thing to learn compared to like the Wild West one. It was fun at first and it's cool, but you get burnt out. It's the same thing over and over again. Something new like this, you want to learn what's the right strategy to do, what's the better thing to do. When you change it, so it has replayability. And even though it is a
You have a
casual,
set of rules. Yeah.
yeah, and even though it's a casual game mode, there's still some strategy, and there's definitely some strategies you can learn while playing it. So that's why I think it's more of the interesting ones. I like when they take certain things and certain mechanics of the game and twist it.
Yeah, lots of potential.
Yeah. But overall, do you guys think it's balanced, attacker sided or defender sided?
I think attackers at the slight edge. One thing I don't know why it doesn't have like a pre-prep phase because you can get rushed pretty fast if people decide to do so. But I think for how complex it is, it's actually surprisingly balanced.
Mhm.
I don't think it's weighed heavily on the attackers or defenders side when more.
I think it's perfectly balanced, just because the defenders really don't have to do much. And I mean, yes, though the attackers could easily just go on their drones and instantly go into the objective,
Mhm.
but you know,
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. To me, I personally like attacking more because I think it's more, I guess, fun. I guess you could say. But defending, I think, definitely has a place because the bulletproof cams are non. You can't destruct them. So if you know where to place them and you have a good strategy on how you're placing them, you can rotate around the map in seconds. So there's definitely an advantage for both sides. I think it's pretty balanced. Something I do like what they did was, and I think this could be for a reason they did, but hear me out on this, all right? So you know how they made this kind of centered around drones?
Mm.
Do you think that they were trying to do it to teach people to learn how to drone better and try to teach people how to drone? Because I think it does teach people that are not good and don't understand the importance of drones how important they are. They got to learn. Let me drone out the objective and find where the bulletproof camera is so I know where they're coming from. You learn, look out the objective, look at the important things on the wall, figure everything out, figure out where the attackers are. It does teach people that don't know how to drone.
I don't think they did it for the purpose of teaching people. That's what you're saying, but I mean, it definitely does help teach
Mhm.
people. I think they honestly just want to do something different.
Yeah, they could
That's
be.
what I think. You know,
I mean, honestly, if anything, I think it would have been more centered to getting people ready for the new season. Now, like everything's getting changed, especially with uh, the new operator and how his drone works.
I can see that.
If so, yeah,
Yeah, drones will be
wait,
big
isn't
thing
the new
next year.
operator? His thing is like drone orientated, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
he shoots his
Yeah.
gadget through
That's
the
why I
floors
said
or
that.
walls. They made
Oh,
it
okay, I see.
offered saying they were trying to tease sometime a drone theme for the next one. I can see that.
Yeah.
You guys didn't really give me your opinion on how you felt about the Recheck string. Do you like the changes that they did? Do you like the color of the barricades? Do you think it's weird that they're switching up the color of the barricades, or you think it's something new? Because at first, when I started playing at first, I had no idea that they were barricades. I know how a tower is laid out, but I thought that wall was just closed because at first it's very hard to see the barricade because it kind of blends in. Do you think that's cool? What do you think about it?
It was pretty jarring to see the barricade just completely retexture like that. But I mean, you get used to it really fast. I don't really think it impacts gameplay too much. Like after the first game, it shouldn't really phase you anymore. It is weird though, but I'm all for it. It makes things interesting, keeps things fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it
Maybe
was
just
very
experiment.
innovative.
Yeah, why not experiment more? I like to see more things like that. Maybe
Yeah,
a game mode eventually to where all breakable walls is transparent. Like just something weird like that. I'm all for.
the one thing I noticed with it too, I felt in my time playing, I felt like it had less debris go all over the place like the barricades did. It didn't really block you at all. But I don't know,
Yeah,
that
no,
could just
I
be
agree
me.
with that.
So I kind of liked it like that. Maybe the debris disappeared and that was the effect. I don't know, but it seemed like there was less debris getting in your face. So I kind of like that aspect of it.
No, I will say though that like with the color palette of the futuristic theme, it was a little hard to notice the barricade.
Yeah, it does blend in.
Like that was the biggest thing
Mhm.
I noticed.
I can see that.
Yeah. And then unfortunately you have the people that will try to use the bugs and the glitches to get into walls and ceilings.
Okay,
But
let's talk about that. What's up with them? Why is that happening?
I mean, I don't see why you would spend your time doing that because you get no enjoyment. There's no you doesn't matter if you win or lose. You get no benefit out of winning or losing. So why you do it, I don't know. People might find
I
it
mean,
fun, but
You remember when they took down the game mode for like
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
days or
thought it
whatever?
would be for.
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought it was to fix that. Where did they fix them? Like that
I
seems
mean,
like
I don't know, clue.
I'm sure it's probably something even bigger. It's probably a different. It was a different bug that can get you in a floor or something.
yeah, it's crazy.
So,
Kind of
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hope it gets fixed, but at the same time, I just don't see why people really care about
I
doing it.
mean,
All right,
crazy.
so how do you guys feel about the operator selection that they gave you? I know you. It's kind of a little weird that it's called Mute Protocol and you don't have Mute even in it, but and he gets a skin from it too. But I wouldn't expect him to be in it because of drones, and I understand why Mozzie's not in it. But do you agree with the other operators selection they had and the gadget choices you had?
I mean, don't all the game modes have like throwaway characters?
Yeah,
Like Rainforest,
some,
something.
some of them they had taken away, but I don't know. To me, like if you're gonna get rid of Mute and Mozzie, I think Visual falls in that same group. If you're getting anyone that distorts drones and makes it harder to drone, Visual literally falls in that category. Don't you agree? I think at that point you take
yeah.
Visual out
That's
too.
true. They don't really like think super hard about the character selection. Like they have
Yeah,
the
but
group that they want with obviously the new skins for, and then they just pick some random
yeah, but
group.
you wanna have some operators in their gadgets that like there's some operators they left out that could be unique.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
That
Like
that
they
their
don't really
gadgets would be like, I know, but I'm just saying I would want as many unique abilities in there that would actually make it enjoyable. But
Yeah, because like Mira, Frost, and Tachanka are just
yeah,
pointless.
there's no point of ever sitting on a
Well,
turret. Mira,
Castle is
Mira maybe
pointless.
could
Like
work. I mean,
you
I
just
mean,
yeah, you could drone it. Yeah, I actually think
you
Castle will
just throw
hurt.
underneath Castle.
Yeah,
Like this makes
yeah.
no sense.
yeah, actually, it will hurt the defenders more if they don't put a camera inside the room and you castle off the whole entire room, then they can't get back in. So,
Just less visibility in general
yeah,
too. Like, it doesn't do anything for the defenders.
I think Vigil's ability is strong in it. From attackers, I can't remember everyone they took out, but I don't know. I mean, I think there are some operators that are completely useless and you never see picked because, like I know I said this earlier to you guys, but I think Cade, it just
Yeah.
no one reinforces in the game mode, so it makes no sense. I can understand, like Bandit, I think is a stretch because he's gonna get no use out of his ability, but he's still got a good gun, so I see why people pick him. But also, like Jaeger, no one throws abilities or gadgets or anything. You're not getting anything out of him. You
You
know,
can
Mm.
bandit trick the wall. Bandit trick
I
those
mean,
rocks.
his
and
weapons
there
build,
no one
so it
reinforces
kind of.
no one reinforces the wall though, Ryan, because there's no prep phase.
I know.
So there you never get value out of a Cade or a Bandit's gadget or
Well,
Jaeger's.
oh, look at this though. You could use the barbed wire with the bandit battery, and you can prevent
Ryan,
them from throwing it out. Oh,
you don't get your
okay.
secondary gadgets, buddy. You get a bulletproof cam.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
I would say someone like Cali is really, really bad because it's a close quarter map,
Yeah.
and then you can only use the secondary.
But at the same time, I don't know. I just think that's fun. I think that's if someone wants to just have
Oh
fun and
yeah,
do it.
just
That one I'm not mad about because it's something different. Like Bandit and Jaeger, I wouldn't take them both out. I would keep one in just in case someone wanted to use their shotgun or something. But like
Yeah,
Jaeger,
what does Yoda do?
but what does Jaeger do? He never gets value out of his ability. If you're gonna use Jaeger's shotgun, then you might as well just pick Bandit because he's faster. They both have useless abilities. You might as well just pick Bandit. So that's why someone like Jaeger just doesn't make sense. Or Cade, because you're never gonna get value out of it, and neither of his guns are really that good for this game mode. The one positive thing I would say though, I guess it has a positive and negative into it because you still wouldn't want to be there. But I've noticed with this game mode because a lot of people have been enjoying it. It took a couple days before people to start getting mad for how expensive the packs were because things like when Grand Larceny and all old game modes came out, people got very mad very fast about how expensive the packs are. But I noticed in this one it took them a couple of days because they actually put the time to have a really good game mode. So it's a positive thing that people are actually enjoying the game mode for a little bit before getting mad. But to buy one pack, you could either spend 11,000 renown or 270 blue credits, which is about $2.50 real money to get one item. which is really expensive compared to the normal packs, which are only 4,500 renown. And then on top of it, if you wanted to buy the whole collection with blue credits, it's gonna cost you over 6,000 blue credits, which is over $50 you would have to spend to get all of Mute Protocol's
50
skins.
bucks.
Sheesh.
Okay.
So, I mean, to me, I see both sides on it because one, I think a lot of games are going towards that free to play thing, and they kind of doing this with the Battle Pass too, where make the customizations pay for, but and they are all customizations. They don't affect how you play, but they at the end of the day, it's a business and they want to make money from it. And if people are willing to pay for it, why not? And I think it's fair. But if you want to have the prices that high, in my opinion, I'm okay with it. But I think you should have some way to possibly attain them without it. And even if it's a super long grind, even a super hard grind, have some crazy challenge where you have to play 50 games and you get one pack every 50 games. It
I think it
just
should just be like similar to that, like challenge based, like maybe destroy. They could be daily challenges, like destroy 15 drones this one day, or
yeah.
maybe like
But if they give about a free pack every day for some easy challenge or something that you can complete in a few games, then I feel like no one's gonna ever buy them, and that just destroys their money. So if they want their packs to be high, I still think there should be some way to obtain them, and even if it's a crazy hard grind, some people will do it if they really want them.
teleport to a bulletproof cam 3 times in like 10 matches, just different things like
But
that.
that's just too easy. I want to do something simple like that. Why would
Or
someone pay?
maybe like
Why would someone pay two and a
tele
half bucks for a pack if they could just teleport 3 times?
no, yeah, maybe something harder like kill 2 people after
Yeah,
switching from drone,
yeah, a certain amount
switching
of
from
times. Yeah.
yeah,
Or have
drone
a whole
skin.
list of challenges. Yeah, have 24 challenges for the 24 different packs or whatever it is. And they all be time consuming and you actually have to play a lot of games to get it through. I think that would be something better. Where it's still possible to achieve, but very, very hard to achieve. So if you care about the customizations, you can either choose to pay for it or you can choose to grind. But I can understand why the prices are like that, and I'm not mad with it because I know at the end of the day, it's about making money.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a free game mode too. That's
yeah,
not bad.
you're right. It is free content. It's not like you have to buy these skins and you can only play the game mode if you have the skin. You know what I mean? Then
Yeah.
that it's not like the game mode is locked behind the content. They're giving you the free content. It's just the customization. So that's why I'm not mad with it either. But I just think there should be some way that you're able to attain it. You feel similar with that, you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've been saying this before too in the other podcast. I feel the same way.
Mm. The one thing I will say though about the skins is I'm okay with all the skins, but the one I really don't like is Jackal's head
I
because
mean, Jack was just like a kitchen appliance. Like, what
I
the
mean I think Oryx looks a little crazy and it's hard to tell it's Oryx right away because it's just a bright red man. But I think that's something
fuck?
people
No.
could get used to. And
Oryx keeps up with the theme of robotics and futuristic.
yeah,
Jackals just look straight goofy.
when you see Jackal, you don't know it's Jackal. I know like a lot of people got mad with the Ember Eye skin, when that was out, and still get mad with it. But it's just the color change. You could still tell when you see the person, you know who it is. Jackal doesn't look like a Jackal. He looks like some random toaster or something.
And
And I really think
TK Hammer.
if you were playing in Chalet and he was crouching behind the kitchen table, I don't think I would see his head. I think it was just an appliance on the table. To me,
yeah,
that's when I think it's a little too far. You can have
from
cool new textures, and new customizations, but it shouldn't ever affect gameplay. The customizations, and if it's making you not look like a human and not look like a head, because you see that and you don't think, oh, that's a head. Also, the thing is too, when you change your customizations, your hitbox doesn't change. So, like, I know this was a big thing with Lion. His backpack, you can see it, but you can't shoot his backpack. It doesn't damage him. So, I wonder how actually on that head, what parts of the head can you actually damage someone on? Is the parts that stick out vertically on the left or right non-damageable? Because then it's just gonna be weird, you know.
yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know. That's
That's
So,
true.
a good
because
question.
it's not a head shape, it keeps going out. So that's why I think it could be a little alarming. I'm a little worried about that, but overall, I think the game mode itself was very much a success. Did very well. I think in my personal opinion, it's my favorite one. And I know a lot of people didn't think Grand Larceny was one of the best, but me, it's up there with Grand Larceny as one of the best. I just like the game modes where they switch one aspect of Siege and it's a whole new learning experience for everyone. Now on that note, is there any future game modes that you would want to see in Siege that you think they've been missing out on these 5 years and something they really need?
There's a lot of possibilities. I can't think of one right now off the top of my head.
Okay. I got a couple. I could throw it to you and you tell me what you think about them. First one I was thinking of is what if they had some sort of respawn game mode like a TDM? Like I think CS:GO has this where it's a practice thing where there's a respawn mode. I don't know if this would be a special game mode or just a practice thing. But what if they had a TDM thing, Ryan, where you could practice your accuracy and you just respawn as many times as you want?
I think that'd be really cool. And they make what's the smallest map in Siege right now? Yeah, I think they have to make a whole entire new maps
Yeah, just a training
since
area.
they couldn't
But
do any of their traditional maps. But yeah.
yeah, they
Well, there
did
was
it.
a map that was, I think, only on the test servers. I think it was while we weren't playing or whatever. It was like a training facility, like a soccer field or something like that.
You're
They
talking
could do it
about?
on that
Are you
map.
talking about the stadium map from their special event a couple years ago?
Yes, yes.
The
I think
stadium.
it's
Yeah,
stadium.
that was another good event they had.
You have a symmetric small size map, similar to any other shooter like COD.
Yeah,
Make it TDM, I think that'd be really cool.
I think that's a good idea, especially good accuracy practice. And that's the type of game mode I would want to see stay in the game. It's just a practice game mode. Come on,
Yeah.
Ryan. I got some good ideas in me. Come on, believe in
I
me.
wouldn't mind seeing something a little more PvE focused with the terrorist on.
Uh,
Uh, maybe like
a PVE
wave
special
focus.
game mode.
No, I mean no, there already is PvE with the terrorist on, but maybe like maybe make you know that
So you're saying like an
isn't one thing
outbreak type?
Like a
no, well I mean
some
for terrorist on
horde
isn't there
game
already a
mode.
wave based yeah, like isn't there already a wave based scenario with terrorist on where you can
That
do
that's a
basic stuff?
situation, a single player
That's
situation where you fight multiple waves. Yeah.
well, they should make it like co-op and then make it to where it gets extremely hard the higher you get, and then if you do get super high, you have the chance of earning like an alpha pack the higher you get. Just something like that.
If you got an
It sounds
actual
weird saying PvE content
yeah,
in Siege. It's
if you got an extra
stuff like
reward
that.
from it, I don't think that's horrible. But
Or
I mean,
maybe like you have a chance to unlock a random like blue camo.
yeah.
Just like small little things like that I
Mhm.
would love.
Yeah, that kind of gives me some like MW3 survival type of vibes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like you just earn some simple credits, just like a pack of like 5,000 R6 credits.
I
A
don't think that
small
I
little
don't think they'll give credits because that's real money currency, but
no, no, not credits. I meant what's it called?
renown.
Renown.
Yeah, like renown,
Yeah.
like little
I don't think
things
that's a
like
bad
that.
idea. I just don't know how many people will get that because I think people playing Siege are there to take it
I mean,
seriously and play. But I mean, might get some of the casual community more involved to play more things.
yeah.
I don't think it would affect upper rank. It will appeal to upper rank players though, unless the reward is really worth it. But I don't know.
They could have something sport based, especially using the proximity alarm, like maybe like a frisbee type, or they could do something based around how Capital has a soccer skin, something similar like that.
Yeah.
Like,
So what kind of sports thing would they do that involves a shooter game? I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea, especially if there's like an actual sporting event going on. You could do an correlation with it. But how could they do something?
I just know how affiliated they are with Brazil. So I could realistically see something soccer wise.
But
I'm not saying that like the whole point of the game mode is like based around soccer. It could be just like how
soccer themed.
Mute Yes, exactly. Just soccer themed. That's what I'm saying.
Like retexture a map all about soccer or something.
Exactly. Retexture a map exactly about
Okay.
soccer.
So I did have a great idea just come to me suddenly. What about a capture the flag type of game mode? What do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I mean it worked in COD.
Mm,
I liked it. It
No,
gives an idea.
no, 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 no.
It could even be on that soccer themed map.
I didn't say
I think
that.
that would be perfect.
Actually, I think that's a pretty good idea. Changes the objective of siege instead of planting the bomb or securing the room. It gives a
Yeah.
new objective. The attacker's got to. But is it kind of like hostage, like where you have to get in and take something and get out? I guess, but you're both doing it if you have two flags. But I like the idea. It just depends on how they pull it off. One idea I had, and this one's a little bit of a stretch. I think you guys might not like this one, but what if it was a completely random game mode where you selected your operator based on what ability you wanted? So say you picked like Pulse, you would get his cardiac sensor, but everything about him else was random. Like you got a random primary, secondary, and secondary gadget, I guess, too. And everyone has that in the game. So every round you get a random gun or something. It's a complete random game mode.
That's trash, bro.
You don't think it's
Mm.
just, you don't think it's just something fun that people would play just to enjoy?
Kyle, that's the worst idea I've ever came up with.
Sheesh. Don't do me
No,
like that.
I don't think it's horrible.
There. I mean, some rounds you'll have really bad guns, and then you'll have to try to win against really good guns when you have bad ones. But then other times you'll have the advantage. I don't know. I just think
What
something
about a sorry, my bad.
I just think a random one would be kind of interesting.
Well, this is similar to that, kind of, sort of, not really. But what about a gun game? You
Ooh.
know, you start off with pistols and you rank up through the different weapons in Siege.
I could see that. I like that. I like that. I mean, yeah, they kind of did one in the chamber with the golden gun, so they could do a gun game. I like that.
I mean, I think it would be interesting just going through all the different guns that the game has to offer.
Yeah. Okay, my last idea, probably the last idea I had, it's not really thought out, but I thought it'd be something cool in the way they could change the mechanics. But what if they made a game mode where they increase the explosion damage, make it like explosion do double damage or something, or make everything do more damage? So like electricity
You
does more damage,
blow up that.
grenades do more damage, your bullets could even do more damage. I don't know, something like blow everything out of proportion, like you do double the damage on everything.
I really like that double
Just
explosive
one shot.
damage.
Yeah.
That could be really cool.
Yeah, you can make bigger holes and stuff too, so then impacts could be stronger, or you
Yeah,
could frag
it could have
grenades.
like that grand larceny type effect.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't know. I think that'd be something cool where they like really not just something small, but drastically increase explosion damage or something. But I don't know. I haven't really thought about that one enough to know how it would affect. Because I think it would help the attackers more, but I don't really know. Overall, though, I think that we want them to have more game modes that are more detailed, like this Mute one. This was very detailed, and I like how much time and effort they put into it. I mean, I'm assuming they put a lot of time and effort into it. It came out really nice, and I think it's by far one of their best ones. And I think they should try to create more game modes like this where they change some of the mechanics of Siege, so there's a new learning curve to a strategy on how to play it really good. Um, but I think that's gonna conclude it for today.
Oh. Thank you guys for watching. If you appreciate the video, please like and subscribe. Turn on that bell for notifications so you can see whenever we go live. We post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Our social media links will be down in the description below. And again, thank you for watching us.